Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday to you. I am back today to show you this journal that I did as a custom order, and I finished it yesterday and I absolutely love it. And if it wasn't already purchased, I would be keeping it. That's how much I love it. And so today I'm here just to show you a flip through of it and let you see what I made. So the cover is out of this beautiful rose fabric, and it's like a linen and a linen color. It's so beautiful. And then I've got stitched all the way around. The border is stitched, and I've got this beautiful tea-dyed pink sash as a tie. And on the spine, this beautiful piece of like a peachy pink lace. The sash wraps around the side and the back, and then on the edge I've got this kind of a burlap ribbon with trim to finish it off. So it is two signatures, and let's do a flip through. I really like how the cover turned out, and I like it so much I think I'm going to make one for myself. So when you open it, you've got the same lace that's on the spine is over here in the pocket, and there's a beautiful fabric inside and the other side of that trim. And then I've got a thank you card and a bridal invitation there for more journaling space. It's getting snagged on the lace a little bit. Okay, and so the first signature is some vintage wallpaper, and I've got a little flip out envelope, and inside the envelope I've got a beautiful card, note card with the matching envelope for some extra writing space. Some decoupaged napkin here. Vintage botanical. And you'll notice as I'm going through that although there are pretty decorations in here and pretty images, there's a lot of room to write. So for instance, on this page here, even though it's a vintage botanical, you could certainly write all the way around here. You could write on the edge of this envelope. You could write all over this envelope. So just use your imagination and your creativity and find all kinds of spaces to journal while you still have beautiful inspiration to look at. So this is a beautiful lace pocket with a vintage little library card in there. And on this side, there's a little flip book with some tea-stained pages to write on. And I've just attached that with a paper clip so it could be moved around. This is that vintage physics book. Some fabric stitched onto here. And this is a very thin, like a shopping bag from a store, but it has a beautiful aqua, turquoise, and pink pattern on it. Another tea-stained vintage botanical. And in this little pocket there is a Latin vocabulary card. So that's a little tuck spot. You could put something there, leave it plain. Vintage papers, and this is a pocket here and also a tuck spot here. Some lace on the edge and a little pocket here, and inside that I just have a pharmacy label, a vocabulary little playing card or a letter playing card, and this is just some tea-stained paper that you could write a whole bunch on. More vintage papers, some grid paper that's been tea-stained, handmade paper, a little snippet of lace and fabric, and this is a vellum botanical. And the center of this signature has a little journaling spot there and some beautiful lace for pockets. So again, lots and lots of writing space all on these pages. You could just journal, but this doesn't have to be just for writing. You could collage on these. You can add pictures, photograph here and journal here, photograph here and journal here. There's no limit to what you can do in these journals. And some people journal with pictures instead of a lot of words. Here's a tuck spot, and you've got a little tag in there. And just a snippet of fabric over here for some prettiness. The other side of that bag and the back of that little snippet page. I really like how these came together. This is a pretty pocket, and inside I've just put some snippets of lace that can be used anywhere throughout her journal. In the back, there's another lace pocket, and this just has a vintage page and some goodies to play with in the journal. And then here's the back of that wallpaper with the decoupage. And right here, I actually haven't done it, but you could stick a paintbrush in here, you could stick a pen in here. This is a little pocket right here. I should have done that so I could show you, but you know what I'm talking about. And here, lots of journaling space, of course. And this is that kindergarten book with all the writing in it, but you could still journal here. You can also, in a journal, if there's a place that you'd like to journal, say you want to journal here, but there's not enough writing space for you. You could take a journaling card, you could take a piece of paper, and you could simply adhere it to this and cover up this section and journal on it. Here we've got a pretty pocket with a little booklet made out of vintage wallpaper with some lace at the top. This is also open, so you could stick something there if you wanted to. Another vintage botanical that I think it's a bird. And here's a pretty little collage of book and some crochet and this little sheer flower. And this is just a beautiful pocket, that's not a pocket, that's a page just made out of fabric. More vintage botanicals, tea stained, and this is the same little note card that I put in the pocket in the beginning. And oh, I like this pocket here. This is a side pocket with some pretty fabric and this sweet little fabric here and a bit of trim that I got from Blue Linen Cottage right there. And here you've got a flip up with a pretty doily. The doily wraps around to the other side, if you can see that. I don't know if I'm in frame, but... And then down below you've got some pretty lace, and when you flip that up, you've got a little journaling spot here. And in this pocket, a collage tag. It's Friday, so, you know, it's just Friday. So my brain has been busy all week, and I'm not saying all the right things, but you know what I mean. And here's a pretty botanical. I like the back of that. And the rest of this vintage botanical. Lots of pretty markings from the tea staining. And the other side of the fabric page. So you can see how much writing space there is in here. It's just a lot. And I love the sheer, you can see through to the next page, so you can see the lined paper behind the bird. And this is a sweet little booklet full of all kinds of pages. And this could be pictures, this could be memorabilia, this could be ephemera, and a ton of journaling space here. More of that beautiful kindergarten book. I just love this. It has the names. Most of this, well, it's Ohio where I live. And then, excuse me, and then it has their absences, how many days, you know, they were there, how many days they missed. And some of them have the grades on them. Yeah, on the back it has the grades. And then in the very back, I've just put a little collage sampler. So these are just little snippets that the owner of this journal can pull out and tear from or cut from to use in the journal. There's the back, and that's it. So I will be mailing this journal off, and then I can get busy on my little mini journals that I'll be having. So I'll be back with those to show you when I'm done with those, and then I'll be making some new things. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.